Do you feel overwhelmed or intimidated about becoming a nail tech? I'm going to give you some advice that I wish I would have gotten when I first became a nail tech, and this is going to help you grow not only in your skills but in your self-confidence. From the time that you start practicing nails, you need to take pictures. If you're in school right now, even if you're just starting out, meaning you literally started today, take pictures of your work because you're going to be able to see where you started and how far you've come. It's easy whenever you're doing stuff and thinking, oh, I'm really not that good, and you look at what you're doing now, but you don't remember where you started. You don't remember how bad you were painting at first, and you were painting on the cuticle and you were painting on the skin. You're focusing on now what it looks like, and you're comparing yourself to others who are better than you. But you're going to be better in time. You're going to get better every day. You want to practice something new every single day because that practice is going to help you to get better. The best thing you can do whenever you're practicing nail art is to look at it and analyze the design before you get into it. I would always tell my students, think about it. Think about what they're doing before you actually start. Prepare your thoughts. So if I'm looking at something like, for example, a 4-leaf clover, I can easily think, okay, this design is made up of a couple different hearts, and I know how to draw a heart. So I could draw some hearts based on that to get to my design of where I want it to be. Building on skills that you already have, starting at the basics and building your way up to those more dramatic designs, those more intricate designs. And it doesn't matter if you're working in a salon now and you see someone who they have this fabulous nail art. Well, yeah, Sally over here has been working for 20 years. She should be good at nail art. You can't compare yourself to somebody else who has so much more experience than you because you're going to get there in time. You're going to get better. You're going to improve on something every single day. So you could have someone working in the salon and you might feel so intimidated and think, oh my God, like I'm working with all these girls and they've been doing it for like 5-10 years and I just started 5 months ago. But what you can do is learn from them, ask them questions, figure out what they can teach you to make things easier for you instead of feeling that intimidation that someone there is better than you. Learn from them. Use it as a learning experience. Take their knowledge, what they learned from in all those years, to make it easier for you to learn faster, to get better faster, to be good at your job. If you're working in a salon now and you have that downtime, use that to get better at your nail art because that's the number one thing that people will really comment on, that they love or they hate how it's done. Of course, people want to have their acrylic done well. They want that apex built up nice. They don't want a flat nail. But if you can do killer nail art, people are going to look at that sometimes more in depth than if you have your nail exactly filed perfect, done perfect. They're gonna say, wow, this person could really draw what I asked them to, and that's gonna be a game changer for you in getting better with those other things whenever you're making sure that you're painting well, that you're drawing well, that you're giving them a nice customer experience while they're there in the salon with you, that you're building a relationship with them. Because when people come to you, they want that to be their relaxing downtime. They want to feel important. So you should ask them, and like with genuine interest, how's your day going? Or you remember what they were telling you last time about their daughter or their dog. And you can ask them those questions again, like how's your dog doing? So it's making it more personal for them, and they want to come back to you because you're showing an interest in them. Even if you don't feel like you're the best at your job in this field, but you're making that connection with someone, you're making them feel special when they have that time there with you, they're going to come back. Because you're going to get better. And each time they come back to you, they're going to see that you're getting better at what you do. And they're coming for you. They're not just coming because you do a good job. They're coming because One, you are doing a good job because you're doing a good job to the best of your abilities. And two, you make them feel important whenever they're there with you at your nail desk. And if you haven't started yet in a salon, but you're going to, and you're kind of looking at ideas for what to do, where to work, try to pick a busier salon to work at, because if you're working at a place that has a real high traffic area, you're gonna get a lot of customers. And we're not so much thinking in the mindset of, okay, if I'm getting a lot of customers, I'm gonna make a lot of money. No, you're getting a lot of customers and you're gonna get better at what you're doing. Yes, the money is nice, but also the more you do it, the more you work at this field, the better that you're gonna get at it. And that's the ultimate goal, is not only just to have that book filled, to have that client base, but to be good at what you're doing. You wanna be the best you that you can be in this field, and you can definitely do that. You wanna continue your education. That's with going to shows or doing in-person classes. You can even watch videos on YouTube, just like this one, where you can learn something to make your education go even further, whether that's learning how to draw something, whether it's doing acrylic better, or maybe how to do 3D nail art that you've always wanted to try out. Going further into your education is not just going to make you better at your job, but it's going to make you more confident in what you're doing, and you're going to feel rewarded that you are giving your best self into this field. If you're getting value from this video, subscribe to my channel. I talk more about nails, and my main focus is how I can get you to be better at them. I'm going to tell you the story of how I was intimidated with a client whenever I first started doing nails. So I was doing powder dip nails, which is the healthy nail. So I was going with this client who was coming to the salon, who was a travel nurse, and she told me she always got her nails done. And then there's me. I've been doing nails for only a couple months, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to meet up to this lady's standards? Like, she was older, she was probably in her mid to late 50s, and she's been getting her nails done a long time, right? So she knows what a good manicure is. So I was kind of psyching myself out a little bit, thinking if I really was gonna do a good job or not, but I was just doing my thing. And she told me she wanted to rebook with me, and she liked my work, she liked that I took my time, she thought I did a really good job. And to me, that was a big compliment. Even though my book's not really big, I don't have a ton of clients, but here's someone telling me that they thought that I did a good job, even though they didn't know that I only had a couple months real world experience in this field. So that boosted my self-confidence up, even with my other clients, anyone walking through the door, that I thought, oh wow, hey, I am actually good at this. I'm doing a good job, because that's the way that somebody made me feel. So I want to tell you, you can do it. You're doing a good job. You just need to believe in yourself more, because you already have the tools to do everything that you're doing. If you went to school, you learned your techniques, you know how to do all the steps. You just need to improve over time with something little each time, like possibly nail art, because when you're done with school, you can do the basics really well. You can polish really well. You could put the powder dip on really well. You just need to get better at doing those little things. Like maybe you need to get better at practicing a French, and you know that. So you can work on your French, and then maybe by the end of the week, when you've practiced it 50 times, you feel like, wow, you're really good now at this one thing. So just focus on that one little thing that you can improve each time. Next up, I have some nail care steps that you can apply either on yourself or to your client. And you can give this as education to your client, because if you're educating your client, they're going to come back to you. They're going to like that you took that extra time with them and taught them something. So check out this video right here, nail care steps that you want to make sure you're doing.